Good morning, everyone. So, today is the second day of the Power BI new batch, and yesterday we started with the simple introduction, correct? So, we installed the high level, we understand what is Power BI and what is a Power BI desktop, and then it is a kind of in-memory tool. Then we understand how to install the Power BI desktop. As you can see the screen. So this is what this tool will be called as a Power BI desktop. And then we design a simple report also. Also we have discussed about the how to publish the report into report servers. So this part you don't worry. Designing and publishing everything will be repeated. Yesterday just I given the introduction and I shown you how to install, how to design a simple report as you can see on the screen. So this is what we have done at the high level. And also we have understand the what is the transformations or what is the edit queries concept by giving a simple example. So coming to Power BI, it is mainly for the reporting or dashboard tool, but still we can do the minimal ETL operations as well. Not like a SSIS Informatica tool full-fledged, but still we can do some sort of transformations. And then we understand what is Power BI service also, like only introduction only. It is a completely licensed one. This is where we used to publish our all developer reports. Only this much only we have discussed yesterday. And let's continue the today's class. So one second. Hello, who is this? Somebody joining and then going off. Okay. Are you guys able to see my screen? Okay, perfect. So the next topic is today I will show you how to connect to the SQL server like a SQL database. How can we get some sample data? And then going forward, I'll be using throughout my classes or complete this 25 days or 30 days, I'm going to use this particular SQL Server database only. So because as part of Power BI developer or Power BI, most of the cases we used to extract the data from the SQL Server database. The first thing I will connect to SQL Server, go to start button and you can type SQL Server Management Studio. I mean, SQL Server is not required for you guys, but better to know the at least basics of the SQL Server. At least basics of the SQL Server, and if anybody wants to know how to install or how to get the sample database, and you can contact me later. Now, since I have installed in my local machine like database engine, analysis services, reporting services, and integration. These three for MSB people. We no need to worry at the moment, but go for the SQL Server database engine. Okay, and it will ask you what is the server name. For example, you guys install. If you don't know what is the exact name, try first time with the dot as well. Dot is nothing but localhost. Click on the connect button. Automatically, it will take you to inside. Don't get confused. Whatever I'm trying to connect, it is a SQL Server database. If you don't know also, doesn't matter, but I'm just telling how the SQL Server has been installed and how the sample database will be available. So whatever, as you could see here, Advanced Works DW 2017 version, like this is what the version I have installed, @ if you type it as a version, you will comes to know which version software has been installed. Like for me is the latest version 2017, and within this SQL Server database I'm going to use the AdventureWorks DW 2017 database. It is completely is it free or what? For example, date 2, I'm just putting like, okay. So AdventureWorks SQL Server database is a sample DB which is used for our practice purpose, like practice sample database. That's it for our practice. Nothing else. You no need to worry. Anyone has any issues, you can contact me anytime. So that is what about the what is SQL Server, how to connect, and how to see the tables and all here. Like as you can see here, for example, employee information or date dimension or customer information, or you want some transaction employee details, or you have some transaction information, fact, internet, sales table, then you can try these tables. So for example, how do you see the table data here? We need to type a command called select star from, for example, like dim date table. Click on the execute option, and this is what called as a what is a table. In this table I have a column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I am telling this one, the same table, same data only, I am going to bring it to the Power BI desktop. That is what I'm trying to do now. That is what I'm trying to do. Yesterday we loaded some 3 tables, like one Excel file. I think all are Excel files, I guess. All are Excel files. So to make it simple, we'll start from the beginning. Like I don't want this data because I'm never going to use these 3 files. I'm removing this one. If required, we can I will show you later part onwards. Fine. So the next topic is how can we connect to SQL Server from the Power BI desktop. Go to get data, click on the SQL Server, and there are 2 options available here. One is a import method and another one is a direct query. Okay, if anybody from SSRS background here, then they can easily understand, like SSRS reports concept is there. SSRS reports is concept there. So always what will happen, always reports will hit source DB. So whenever user running any report within this SSRS reports, so what will happen, always run the backend query, get the data and show it. But that is called as a direct query. Direct query. The another one is import query. So I will say the simple example is, let's assume that let's take a simple example. For example, what will happen, so you are staying in a like paying guest or PG. Okay, I'm repeating on once again, this is the most important question. I'm sure when you're going for the Power BI interview, they will ask you what is the difference between import and then direct query. Direct query in the sense, one word answer I could say directly, If you click on the direct query, always the reports, whatever you're going to design, it will connect to source database. If any changes happening in the source database, instantly it will be refreshed in the report as well. But if you click on the import method, what will happen? First, it will load the table data into Power BI desktop, and whenever design a report, which will be fetching the data from the internal memory, RAM or in memory. That is what about the import method. But when you go for the direct query, always it will be getting the data from the sequencer database. That is what about the high level. Always hitting the database. So that's what I'm telling. To simple example, you are staying in a PC. Assume that. So you would like to copy new movie from your friend laptop. You getting a point or not? So assume that you have your friends in your roommate or PG mate or whatever it may be. He has some latest movies which are recently released, maybe your VLC player or maybe Windows Media Player or something like this in the format. So you want to see the movie. Okay. Now the two options for you. How do you watch the latest movie? He has a copy in his own laptop. So two options for you. The first option is, what is the first option? What you can do? You can go to his room, okay, and watch the movie in his laptop only, in his friend laptop. Assume that. The second option is copy movie into your own laptop and then watch it whenever you have free time. Whenever you have free time. Govardhan, tell me which method you will follow.
The second one.
Why second one? Why can't first one?
Because whenever I get free, I can watch it. No, because if I go to his room, I need to
Okay.
watch on that particular time only.
Yeah, we need to watch that particular time only, and because we are depending on the other person's laptop, other person. That is what main important thing is. We need to depend on his laptop, and we are wasting the time also. The main important thing is we are wasting and we are depending on the his time also. That is what the highly most important point here. But tell me, what is the advantage if I go for the first method?
Advantage is I can clear it off, very soon. I
You
can
can
watch
clear it
movie
off,
and
as well as if he has any other movies also, you can watch it.
yes,
Yes or no?
yeah, correct.
So what are the latest movies he has? You can watch all the movies also. Apart from that movie, whatever he is placing the new movies in the folder, you can watch it aram. It's like a share folder, assume that.
Yes, yes,
In your real time, we have a share folder where people will be uploading the files on daily basis. You will be accessing the files. So
yes.
if we compare here also, the first point I could say is the import method or direct query. Direct query, right? Directly what is happening here? First point. Directly
Yes,
we're
yes.
connected to source database, SQL Server database, and get the data. And get the
Oh,
data. And if you go for second option, okay, import query. Second option is nothing but first get the data into my local, okay. My local in the sense like Power BI desktop, which is nothing but internal memory or RAM. And then we can design the report whenever we required, or we can do the changes or color formatting and rich formatting. Whatever you do the changes, doesn't matter. Whatever I copied from him, that copy only will keep on changing. For example, later part he got a one more Blu-ray print. Assume that whenever he has given the print for you, that is not fully clarified. Fully clarity is not there. Later onwards, he get a new print, will he be able to get it automatically?
No, no, no.
No, right? So that is the one simple disadvantage. Whenever source data gets changed here, for example, now we have like almost like a 3652 records available. For example, the tomorrow another 1000 records might be added. That will not reflect automatically in the Power BI import method, but we have an option here. We have a refresh button. We can click on the refresh, which means again you need to go to his room, you need to request a new print, you need to get it into our laptop.
Yes.
I hope you guys understand what is the major difference between the import and then live query, I mean direct query. Let's move on,
Yes, yes,
please.
understood.
The next one is get data. Click on the SQL server. Right now I will show the import method. Later part we will discuss about the edit queries. So my server name is, as I told you, if you know the server name, you can type it automatically, or if you don't know also, there is the option called select. I mean, I don't know whether you guys from SQL Server background or not. So you can fetch like this also. Whenever you forget, you don't know what is server name, log in with the dot, then enter this command and copy this name and paste it over here. So what is the database I'm going to use? AdventureWorks DW 2017. If you're not giving the database optional, what will happen? It will list out all the databases. 2014 DW configuration, SQL 2017, SQL Server, Report Server, everything will be listed in the drop down. See now? See? Are we getting the same windows, same databases? Obviously, yes. Expand this one, and the table name is. So as I told you, these are the tables, couple of tables I'll be using throughout my sessions. If you don't have this table also, no worries. I will help you to install. Time being, just try to understand. Okay. And one employee table, internet sales table is enough. Time being is, I'm okay with this 4 or 5 tables. Later, if required, we will add more tables. Okay. Click on load button. Okay. So this is what about the fields here. So we got all the fields, which is nothing but tables. Technically, we call this as a tables. So the what is next step is expand each and every table. You could be able to see the what are the columns available and what is the underlying data. That is what about the left side data tab. And relationship, it will show you how the each table connected. For example, like joins concept or primary key foreign key relationship in the SQL Server database. So we have a separate session on this. You just ignore it right now. So this is what about the this table connected to this table connected to this table. If you want to know what is a common column, you just keep the cursor. Automatically it will highlight how these two tables are connected, and here also it's got connected. But only employee table and department table, because this is separate set of tables. Separate set of tables. This employee table doesn't have relationship between this any of the 4 tables. So that is what about the relationship tab. It's very important. We need to understand each and every property. Probably maybe after 4 or 5 days we may start this. Next, go to the report section. So you will get like a plain like this. So right side, as I told you, all the visualizations and the filters options will be available. So this filter option newly added only this month only, maybe 4 days back we got a new feature, this one. Okay, so the next topic is we will try to understand like how to take the new visual, and at least we will try to understand the what is a visual. For example, I'm taking with a simple visual like called as a card here, or I don't know how to take the visual and all. Then if you ask me, then right side there is a lots of visualizations available. You can take it with the any one of the visual. So time being, I'm just going with the stacked column chart, and you can expand and adjust wherever you want. So what I will share, I will show like what is the sales amount, what is the sales amount, and it is not showing properly because the font and we have not done any of the formatting. So let's go to dim geography table. So where we have a year column, sorry, country column here. So please spend some time and try to understand what are the columns available today, each table, just to have a look. No need to buy hat and all here. Then you will easily understand which table having the what are the columns. So geography table is nothing but like the customer belongs to which country, what is the state name, what is the city name, what is the postal code. Then you have to come to this particular table name. That is what I'm doing. I would like to get the sales amount. Okay, sales amount means how the transaction happening across the countries. Then I need to get the country name from the different table. So see this one. The moment when I select the country, automatically we getting 6 bars. The first and foremost step is let me increase the font. So that is what about the here there are the three icons available. Okay, and the first one is whatever you see right now. Like we need to understand what is the axis, what is a lesson, what is a value, what is a color saturation, and what is a tooltip. So each and every property will be discussed. Right now just ignore everything and go to the next tab called a format option. So now as I told you in the last class also, we have a x-axis and we have a y-axis. What is the x-axis values I have taken? Each country wise, what are the bar showing is it is a sales amount. Sales amount, that values will be showing as a y-axis here. Y-axis. So the next one, I'm just quickly increase the font here. Now is better. Now as you can see here is visible. The next one is y-axis also. Let me try to increase the font a little bit. Now left side also is little bit visible. Now I want to display the numbers on top of each bar, how much amount we got it. Then go to data labels, enable this label. We got a numbers, right? This also can be formatted. Expand this one. By default display units are displaying as automatic. Make it as a none, you will get the original amount. Original amount. If you want to change the color also, you can change it. Okay, time being, let me change it to order quantity. You will understand, because if sales amount is huge numbers, you may not be able to get the better visibility. I'm taking as a order quantity. Okay, the value. Okay, fine. I think I selected any one of the visual. That's why showing is this one. So this is what about the how to visualize the report. But so now let's take an example. We have a like I want to add a filtering concept. What is the meaning of filtering concept? Let's say I would like to display the only Australia, Canada data in the report. I don't want the rest of the country information. Then we need to take the one more visual called there is an option called slicer here. Are you able to see this one? Select the slicer and the minimize, keep it wherever you want. So in the slicer, what I want to display? I want to display the countries. So then what you need to do, select the English country region name. Okay, this is what about the how to add the slicer in the report. And selection control, I would like to show the select all option. First increase the font, item level. Okay, so now if you select the Germany, it's filtering Germany only. If you go for the France, selecting only France only. So my requirement is I would like to select the two countries, Canada, France. If that is the case, we need to do some little bit formatting. The first and foremost thing is selection control. we need to enable the multi-select option. That is nothing but, see this one, select all, it is has been disabled, enable off. And also we are getting select all option, but unfortunately we are not going for the one or two here. Then see this one, by default single select is the enabled one, just click on the off button. Now go on select. So that is what about the how to select the multiple country wise data. This is a slicer concept. What is the meaning of slicer? We are giving option to end users. Based on your requirement, you can remove it and add it whatever the country you want and analyze your data, and you can take a decision. Correct? That is what about the like like what is the slicer and how it is be used within our multiple reports. Now let's take an example. Let's take an example. I'm adding one more visual, like I'm taking as a card here. There is an option called card. Card is nothing but whenever you would like to add it like total values. Let's say I would like to find out what is the total orders. I will show you from the SQL server, then you can understand. I would like to get the from fact internet sales table, like count of order quantity. We'll go for the sum. So what is the value you're showing here? 60398. For example, I'm taking a one more column. Let's say sales amount. So what is happening here? 2935867, which means go to this particular whole table from the day 1 to till now, whatever the value is there, it will sum it up. It will sum all the values and display as a single number. The same number if you want to represent in database, sorry, in Power BI desktop, we have an option called card. Now expand the fields, go to fact internal sales table and take a order quantity. See now why it's showing as only 13k. Let me do the little bit formatting. That is the format lock expect, because we selected as a filter. Now select all, you will understand. See this one, 60398. 60398 is the values are matching with the database. Obviously yes, because from database only we got the data into Power BI desktop, right? If value is not matching here, then something wrong. So the next one is, I don't like to go for the order quantity. I would like to add a sales amount here. I would like to add the, that is the sales amount here. Yeah. Now see, 29358.677, something like this. Is it matching exactly or not? Yes. So I would like to highlight one point here. Whenever you are going for the slicer or a card or any visual, by default, for example, if you see Canada, all the visuals gets filtered. For example, if you want, I will add one more here. Let's say pie chart. So let's say, don't worry how I'm designing as a day 1 or day 2, ignore it. I'm taking yearly wise again one more report, like order quantity only. Now select all here. Now see, so what is happening here? Is it filtering all the report, or I mean all the visuals, or only one visual? Supposed to be filter all the visuals. Oh, 1 second. I would like to increase the font. There is a detail labels. Okay, now at least somehow now manageable is visible. So one thing you have to understand, this is the page number 1. So when I was selecting the any Australia filter, it will be applicable for the card as well, and pie chart as well, and clustered, sorry, stacked column chart as well. So which means by default page level filters will be applied. By default page level filters will be applied. Now we will try to understand the filtering concept. Probably next 20 minutes or 25 minutes we are going to understand only filtering concept only. So keep in mind, slicer and filter both are used to filtering only, filter the data only, but there are slight difference. Okay, slicer we will discuss more on when the actual topic starts, but just today understand, use it to select, use it to select the required data, required data, and similar to where condition, where, sorry, where in SQL. Ignore it. Whenever user want to select respective country information, then they can use either slicer or filter. Till now I have shown you what is a slicer, how to interact the slicer with the visuals. So now next 20 minutes of time we are going to understand the only filtering concept only. Okay, so what is the use of filters? Whenever user want respective selection of the data, maybe yearly wise or monthly wise or quarterly wise or country wise, they can select the data. Used to select the required data similar to where condition. But let's try to understand please. So I'm removing all the filters. Now scroll down, there is an option here called filters option. There is an option called filter section available. Now try to understand, there are 4 types of filters available. Number 1, okay, the page level, page level. Number 2, report level. Number 3, drill through report. And if you select any one of the visual, you will get as a one more filter, that is called as a visual level filter. Visual level filter. So tell me now, how many types of filters available? Types of. So number 1, visual. So number 2, page level. Number 3, report level. And the last one is, fourth one, drill through filters. So as I told you, this 3 is common, but this one, so it is available last month also, but looks like they changed the functionality little bit. So this option is the extra. We will try to understand. Even I'm not very sure about what is the new feature which released like 4 days back only. Okay. We'll go one by one. Now let's take a scenario. For example, I would like to filter, okay, this pie chart. Let's take an example, Canada and then Australia. Okay, I want to display Canada and Australia data for pie chart, but rest of the bars and all, rest of the visuals and all, as it is has to display. So to be simple, I want to apply filter for only pie chart and rest should be ignored. If that is the case, right, you select this visual, okay, come to right side, there is an option called visual level filters. By default all the columns will be there, you no need to add anything extra here, just click on the drop down. Okay, so here select the Canada comma Australia. See now it is applicable only for this visual because I selected this visual and went to the filtering concept. So this will be applicable for only this particular visual. Just minimize, and if you want to clear the filters, you can click on the clear, automatically will be gone. That is what about the adding the how to filters for the single visual. And here if you understand carefully, there is a couple of more options. One is a filter types, basic filter, advanced filtering and top end filters. Let's say, so within visual only, so types of, sorry, filter type, filter type. So how many is there? Number one, basic. Yes or no? Basic filtering, advanced filtering. Basic filtering, comma, advanced filtering, 3 comma, top n. So which means when I go to basic, by default what will happen? Distinct values from the that particular column. If you want more details, let me explain. So what is the table name here? English country region name is the column name and table name is the dim geography. So listen carefully. See, whether you willing or not, whether you know or not, I will be using SQL Server wherever required to make you guys to understand better, because most of the projects will be using the SQL Server as a source. So this is what about the whenever you want to see the whole table data, select star from table name. I don't want all the columns. I'm happy with the only English country region name. Okay. This is what the showing in the basic filters. But if you see here, Australia is coming as only once. That means you need to get the only unique records. So distinct. Just keep a keyword called distinct and execute it. Now see this one. This is the value which is showing in the filter type one. That is what about the basic filter. When you go for the basic filter, what would happen? By default, unique values will be displayed. What are the column you are selecting here? Now let's say top n here. Top n. For example, I'm now giving as a for example S2. Apply filter. What is this one? Top to drag the fields here. Okay. It's asking again drag the fields here. Let me drag it. Apply the filter. Now see. Same only. That's what I'm telling. If you know the sequence or concept, the Power BI is nothing. For example, I'm taking this one, okay, and I'm topping as a top to here. Top. I think we need to add the distinct also, but I'm not sure it will allow distinct in the top keyword or not. Let me check. So what you need to do? If that is the case, we need to write a like another subquery. Don't worry, this is not your topic. This is not your topic. Select top to from this table. From this table like T star. We need all the column, right? So this is what happening. Australia, comma Canada. Australia, comma Canada. But here by default going for the UK and then United States. I think it might be considering the order by as well. Order by. Maybe that's what I feel. English country region name. Descending order. That's what I understand. See this one. US and UK. Is it coming here? Okay. So if you see here, if you ask me, do we have any order by here? Let's say, like if you right click on this one, the first and last and count distinct on this. So for example, when I say last, apply the filters. I think by default is taking randomly two numbers. For example, when I say only one, click on the apply filter. See this one, only three randomly first three records and apply filters. So that is what about the top n. Whenever adding the top record means we don't have control here, either order by you want or ascending order or descending order. By default is going for the alphabetically A B C D F descending order at the moment. but I can't conclude that it will always go for the descending order. Okay, any questions till now?
No, no, no.
Okay, so I'm removing everything. Now go to the advanced filtering option. Advanced filtering is nothing but, like you will get more options. More options in the sense, if you go for the basic, okay, what is the basic will give? Only the 6 country values, right? Now let's say my requirement is, I don't know the exact spelling name, as in that I would like to display countries which are starting with the letter called U. Getting my point? Which of the country names start with the U character, like or which are starting from the A character? I would like to display all the countries. If those questions, you can go for the advanced filtering. So when you go to advanced filtering, you will get these kind of properties. If this country contains, if the country contains U, okay, then get me only those countries. See now, contains means anywhere. Yeah, please listen. Not starting and not ending, anywhere. Anywhere is the country. I mean, this column name having the U character, then automatically see this one, AU Australia, United States, and United Kingdom. Now for example, let's start with the A. I mean, contains the A character here. Now what will happen? Will I get the UK? In this we have A. No, right? This value is supposed to not come. Apply filter. Now see, UK is not coming, but rest all Canada, A is there. Germany, MA, A is there. France, FRA, France is there. So like this, contains, do not contain, start with. Start with means A. We supposed to get only Australia. See now. So try these options. So it's very easy. Normal language is like a normal. If you know normal English, you can able to understand very easily. So that is what about the filter types. Like we have advanced filtering and basic filtering and top end filtering. I'm removing everything. We are completely good with the visual level filters. So any questions on this part? No questions?
No problem.
Okay, fine. So the next one is, what is page level filters? Like so here I'm not applying any of the filters. I'm just minimized. That's it. And the next one is, don't select any of the visual in the screen. Click on the page level. Click on the page level. Now if you want to understand better, let me add one more page. See this plus symbol? You can add a page plus symbol, or right click on the page one. Right click on the page one. Now we have option called duplicate the page or rename page. I think this option also they have renamed. I mean, they have restricted, I guess. So if we see the last month, I mean, before this new release came, right? What I'm trying to say, like, if anybody asks you what is the version of the Power BI desktop, what is your answer, please? What is the version, or I'm sorry, which version of Power BI desktop you are using? Then what is your answer? Sorry. Yeah, so here we don't have a version call. For example, if you go to SQL Server 2000, 2005 version, 2008, 2008 R2, like this, right now we are on the 2017 version. But the Power BI, what will happen? Go to File, go to Help, and then there is an option called About. If you click on this one, this is what I'm talking about. This is what talking about. So May release, or if you guys are very active, then you can try to remember this number also. Version, what is this one? 2.58.5. 5103.501 64 bit, but not required. You can simply say like a May version, May 2018 version I'm using. So which means every month you may get some additional features here, or there might be some features which might be disappear. Mostly they won't disappear, but adding the new features into Power BI desktop. Those kind of one of the option new feature will be like a drill through option. And in the page level also, if you right click on the page, there was a earlier we used to get as new page, and hide page also we used to get it last month, but now I'm not getting. Hopefully they removed it, I guess. Also, if you want to take a new page, there is an option here, new page button, blank page and duplicate page. When you say duplicate, the same page will be repeated. When you say blank page, new page will be taken. See this one? Or even you can click on the page 3, page 4, page 5 also. If you don't like it, right click now. How come here is coming as a delete page, but here is not coming? Okay, I got it. Extremely sorry. No changes in this month release, but seems like when we have the only default first page, right? It is not allowing us to delete. You getting my point? If you have the only one page, we are not supposed to delete or hide. Minimum one page should be there in the Power BI desktop. When we add the more pages only, what is happening now? So now right click on this one, you can delete this page. If you don't like it, if you delete this one. Like this, you can delete it. Now rename option, right? For example, like second second report, something like this. Okay. So page 1, page 2, and what is ending here? Duplicate already. For example, go to page number 1, right click on this, duplicate. Now see, we got it same two pages, same report. If you go to duplicate a page and also, you will be getting the same kind of visuals. But only thing is, let me change the visuals. Let's say this is some changing like different chart. Okay, this I'm changing as a different one, and here I don't have a slicer. And the page second report also, let me have some simple auto maybe. For example, I'm taking as a maps and taking as a country wise. Okay, as you can see, some sort of bubbles, because we have only 5 or 6 countries. Something coming up is this one. Now listen please. So these pages, we are almost like we are middle of filtering concept, but I want a more pages. That's why this topic came into pictures. What is the version and how to add a new pages, duplicate pages. Now we'll go back to the original topic called filters. Now we understand the what is a visual level filters. Now let's try to understand what is a page level filters. Okay. Now same thing only. Don't select any of the visual. Click on the outside anywhere, these white spaces. Come down. There is an option called like page level filters right side. Now what I'm going to do, I'm dragging the country name into, drag the data fields here. See this little bit highlighted one? Drag it whenever that yellow color highlight come into picture. Now same options here. Nothing, no changes. Whatever we discussed, advanced filtering, basic filterings. If you go for the advanced, you will get as a content, same properties repeats. Just explore yourself. And I'm just going with a basic filter now. Let's say Canada, Australia. Is it applying all the visuals or only one visual? Are you guys there? It should be applying to all the
Yeah.
visuals, because we are adding as a page level filters. So now clear everything. Now come out. Now see this one. So now apply Canada, Australia. The question is now, when I go to duplicate a page or second report or one more visual, is it filtering here? That means whatever you are applying, it is only for the page number 1. It is not applying for the second report, or it is not applicable for the duplicate of the page. That is what about the page. Whatever you set, it is it is default applicable to any one page. Which other page you are setting, that page only. Now clear everything. Now go to duplicate of the page. Now click on outside anywhere. Here also you will get the page level filter. Just drag it here also and select only Australia. Now go to page number 1. It should not filter because you're going for the only that particular page only. That particular page only. Now the question is, how can I apply the filters across all the pages? Let's say if I filter here UK, the same UK has to go to page number 2, page number 2 and page number 1 and across all the reports within the report level or all the pages level. To be simple, all the pages level. So then you need to add this instead of page level, you need to go to any one of the page. Double click or click on the outside. Now drag the country name into report level. See this one? There is an option called report level filters. That's it. Your job is done. For example, Canada. Now first page, second report. See only one bubble because it's Canada. Go to duplicate of the page 1. See it's Canada. See if you don't like this page name, you can rename it properly. That is what about the report level filters. Report level filters. Page level we understand, report level we understand, and the only pending in the filter concept that is called as a drill through filters. Before explaining to this one, there is a small little bit property, I mean, which you need to understand. That is, first you should know the terminology, like what is report and what is page and what is visual. So what is a report? Can I say it is a collection of pages? Will you agree or not? Tell me one thing, what is our report name? What is my report name? Yesterday I saved, if you see top
I
of this report, as you can see the report name as well. What is my report name? 9th May
I created
2018,
only.
because usually whenever I'm starting new batch, I used to give the same date. Same date, that's what my intention. Now the next question is, within this report I have page 1, page 2, second report, drill through report or duplicate report. I'm sorry, extremely sorry. Duplicate page 1, second report and page 2, page 1. This is what called as a collection of pages. Now what is page now? Tell me. Now I'm just going to page number 1. What and all you could see here? 1 visual, 2 visual, third visual, fourth visuals. Yes, exactly. Collection of visuals. The next one is, what is visual? It's a kind of diagrammatic presentation of a data. Kind of diagrammatic presentation of data or graphical way or graphical or diagrammatic presentation of a data. So I hope you guys understand till now. So I'm stopping here. I need to go for another batch is there. So anyhow, we are almost 8 o'clock now. Anybody have any questions till now?
no, Bola.
Well, just wanted to check, can we apply two filters, like visual as well as the page filter?
Can we apply two filters? So why not? For example, I'm taking the page
Yeah,
level
sure.
filters. One second. I'm adding a country. Let's say I'm just going for the Canada. So on top of Canada, if you want to navigate to any of the state, that is what your question is, it? Now let's say Alberta. See, this value is
So
changing.
whatever the pie chart is there,
Yeah, tell me now, what is your question now?
the pie chart, starting we did for visual, right? So I want to
Yes.
keep that visual as it is. The filter, whatever the filter we use for visual, I want to keep as it is. And for the remaining visual, I want to keep the page level filter. Is it possible? For example, pie chart, I want to display only two filters. And page level, I
One
want to
second,
display
one
five
second,
filters.
one second. I understand, one second. So, you mean to say for this pie chart, you want to apply only, let's say, like Australia,
Two
come and
filters.
Canada. Correct? Is it clear now? The
Yes.
next one is for the
Yeah.
page level.
Yes.
Page level, you want to apply for again country levels. Like here, you want to apply Germany. Correct? This is what your question or not?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, correct.
So what is happening now?
No,
See, the initial
so
step
this is
is
considering only the page level.
exactly. See what is happening here. Let me remove the page level. You understand. So now tell me, in a page, what are the values you could see? For the pie chart, we have only Canada, Australia because already you have filtered. But coming to bottom, what do you call this? A stacked column chart. What is happening here? We have US, Australia, Canada, and then UK and Germany, France data. So whatever right now visible in the screen or a page, on top of that one only we can go for the filtering option. Will you agree or not? Hello.
Mm.
So that is what about the default
Yeah, yeah.
filtering option.
So can
So
we?
I got your question. So I will tell you now only. So that case, what you need to do, mm, clear everything here. Whatever filter we are trying to apply, that shouldn't apply for the other filters. That case, there is a one more property here, and
Yes,
go
yes.
to format option, edit interactions. Okay. So I will explain it. Don't worry. We have separate topic, or else just give me a minute. See this one. I click on this one. We got a small icons each and every visuals. Correct. So now go to
A kind
format.
of filter. Right?
Yeah. It's not a filter. It is yeah. 1 second. I yes. So sometimes it even though we enable it not appears. Just try to click on outside or maybe outside visuals or somewhere. You will understand. So now select this one. See this one. There is a none option is there, which means when I make it as a none. Okay. Now apply Germany. It's supposed to take like this. Yeah. So now go to France. Listen carefully. Is it applying for the this visual? For example, Australia,
No.
Canada, everything is filtering within a page, but except this visual. I hope this is what your expectation, correct?
Correct. Yes, 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 yes.
So now the question for you. Now I applied as 8 interactions. Tomorrow tell me. Now if I go to visual, if I apply visual level filters, what will happen? Will it filter or not? You got the question?
No, can you repeat that, brother?
See now what I have done, I removed all the filterings here. I went to edit interactions. I enable this one. That's the reason this whatever slicer I'm applying here, it is not applicable to this visual. Correct?
Correct.
Now question is, I'm selecting this visual. I will go to here. Let's say if I select Australia, what will happen? That's what my question. Will it still filter or it will not filter? Don't ask me select sir, we will comes to
It
know,
will
right?
filter. Yeah, because
Okay, no problem. Have a time and then let me know tomorrow.
sure. Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.